15th August here today. Let's take a look at gold. After the big move we've had yesterday, man, I knew we will continue to push down if I was present on these moves right over here, right here as he broke below this low, and then again, candles dropped below. But anyway, that's all said and done. Let's take a look at some new analysis. We're in a new day, new opportunities, new things to do. Now, looking at the daily candles, the daily has rejected 2475. Obviously, we didn't make all-time high. You know, the current daily candle is pushing up. We haven't really made a lower wick. So I think there's a possibility for the daily candle to make a lower wick. We'll see, but we need to see some sort of confirmation on a small time frame. Looking at the 4-hour candles, this is where we at now. 4-hour candles have made a low around 2444, where maybe creating a high over here for price to move down, but we still got about 3 hours left for the candle to close. Let's take a look on the 1-hour time frame. As we're looking at the 1-hour time frame, we have to adjust this zone a little bit. And if we are creating, if we are creating a resistance on the 1-hour time frame, that maybe for the daily candle to push down, that may be correct if we're creating a resistance on the 1-hour time frame. You know, but at the same time, we have some more little minor zones in the middle of this range, which ranges from 2453 till 2441, 120, 130 pips away. Let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame. Looking at the 30-minute time frame, and this is what we got here now. So we have a resistance forming on the 30-minute time frame. Let's bring up our horizontal key line area. This is what I call like, you know, these blue lines when I draw, this is like where I want to execute a trade on, because if I do see that we're breaking above 2454, let's bring this up. We have a resistance up at this point. So if we measure this range now from 2454 all the way up towards 2458, this is like a 35 pip range, you know. So if you do break above 2454, you got this range for price to fulfill, 34 pips, 35 pips. I think that could be something of substance. But as far as we see now, we are just in a state of limbo, and I don't like that. Like, I mean, if you look on the 30-minute time frame here, this is where we have a support around 2449. And if you measure this range, this is like a 46, 47 pip range, you know. Very tough. We don't know whether we're going to move up, whether we're going to move down. We just don't know that information yet. Looking at the 15-minute, yeah, we're just consolidating here, man. I mean, what I would want to see is I may want to see price break below 2449, or like, you know, at the same time, this is a big enough range where we may just begin to consolidate. That's how big this range is. We may just begin to consolidate. And as we start to consolidate within this, you know, 47, 48 pip range, we may not see a move at all. So I think it's going to be better to wait for price to break above 2454 for price to move up. That's something I'm going to be looking at. Or if we can create a resistance around 2453, then we may get a sell coming down in this range, which is 44 pips. You know, if you got a 44 pip range and you create a resistance, you can easily get like, you know, 20, 25 pips out of it. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Other than that, for sells, I mean, you know, we got support over here. I mean, if you measure this range, this is like, you know, a 25 pip range. Below the support, you got another 19, 20 pip range. Below this area, you have a 35 pip range. So it's going to be a little bit of waiting involved here now. Let's take a look at pound yen. Starting off with, pound yen chart is white. Let's change this to black. Here, boom, and foreground to white. Looking at the daily time frame, we are basically, yeah, the pound yen is just consolidating. We're just consolidating. Candles are printing side by side. Moving down to the 4-hour time frame. Wow, yeah, we're just straight consolidation on the 4-hour. Let's bring up these zones. Yeah, we're just straight consolidation. Nothing happening. Let's take a look on the 1-hour. Yeah. You know, I mean, nothing. The only thing we see, we had this clean candle. How big was this? It's a 34, 35 pip candle. Let's take a look on the 30-minute. Yeah, I don't see. I don't see anything of substance on pound yen. I mean, other than the fact that if we can potentially, maybe break below 188,750, even if we break below 188,750, this is like a 30 pip range. But we can see these candles are coming down in succession and they're sort of like clean. And if they're coming down, and if we do create some sort of support at 188,750, I think there's a 35 pip range. We'll have to see. I don't like pound yen, to be honest. I'm not gonna spend much time doing analysis on pound yen because it's just not good at this point until we reach the support, and then we'll see how price reacts to it. If we create support, we can move up. If we break below the support, obviously, yeah, 31 pip range, but a lot of rejection over here. Very, very tricky, very risky. So we'll have to wait for gold to see if we do break above 24.54 around, our pre-London. Pre-London and above 24.54, very good probability for price to move up. So let's see what happens, and we'll probably see you tomorrow. Take care.